Hey guys, to, I hope that you guys all participated in the uh, earthquake drill today. Remember, if when we have an earthquake, we need to drop, cover, and hold on. So if you didn't, just remember when there's an earthquake, drop, find cover, and hold on. Those are our steps. Um, so today I wanted to go back to when we talked a little more advanced counseling about the power of thoughts, and my funny little drawing here that some of you might remember from this school year. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about thoughts, because we all have thoughts, just like we all have feelings. And I like to kind of think about thoughts this way. Some are helpful, some are hurtful, and some are neutral. The helpful thoughts, I drew a triangle because a triangle has a point, and helpful thoughts are kind of like go. They help us move forward, given different situations, and give us energy. Hurtful thoughts make us feel like we need to stop, like kind of stop us in our tracks and kind of make it so we don't have energy. And neutral thoughts are just kind of like meh, whatever, but they don't really hurt us or help us, but they are just there. Now, because you are a human being, you have helpful thoughts, hurtful thoughts, and neutral thoughts all the time. When you have more helpful thoughts, you get more done. When you have more hurtful thoughts, you get depressed and kind of feel like you're not able to move forward. So lots of times when you're having lots of hurtful thoughts, it's really important to talk to someone. So I'm going to go more into depth about hurtful thoughts and what we can do. But just remember, if you're having lots of hurtful thoughts, it's important to talk to someone so you can get some help. But helpful thoughts, I think we all need a little bit more of right now. And so I'm going to talk about that today. So some of the best helpful thoughts are things that remember, helpful thoughts make us feel like we can go, move forward, we have energy. And one of the best helpful thoughts are thoughts of gratitude. And we all have things that we can be grateful for, even though we don't have everything we want and everything right in our lives. We have things that we can be grateful for. So lots of people right now are doing gratitude journals, or even a jar in their house, and they put a little thing every day of something they're grateful for in the jar, or every day something they're grateful for in their journal. And this is something that research shows, and research is when a lot of people study something and it shows that it's effective or it helps us. But research shows that when we take time to think about gratitude and think about what we're grateful for each day, it improves our mood, because remember, thoughts are related, or not just related, they influence feelings, and then feelings influence how we react. So if I'm having a rough day and I want to have a better day, if I try to think about the things I'm grateful for, then my feelings start turning to more gratitude. And instead of maybe being so annoyed with my parents for making me do my work, I start feeling grateful that I have my parents in my life. And grateful that I have teachers that care about me and want me to do my best. So Gratitude is something that is a definitely helpful thought. It helps us move forward. And hope is another helpful thought that helps us move forward. And when we think about hope, it's kind of fun to think about the things that are our goals, or and the things that we want, our desires. So at the beginning of this year, when we got together, we talked about your goals, your goal for this year. If you can think about that and remember, what were the things that you wanted to achieve this year, you wanted to work on. You can still do that, even though we're not in a school building. We're still in school. We're still doing in school work. We're still human beings that want to improve our relationships and improve who we are. And those all come down to our goals. So if you think about your goals and your desires, then that can help move you forward. Now, right now, a lot of our desires and things we can't do right now. But what has been another helpful thing for a lot of people is to get a jar, make a list of those things you really want to do. Maybe you really want to see your friend and go get ice cream, and you can't do that right now, but you can write it down, and when this pandemic is over, then you can do that. Another way is to write down that goal, that hope, that desire, and think about how you can. Maybe you can't do it exactly that way right now because of the pandemic, but maybe there's some way you could do that. Like maybe you can't go get ice cream with your friend and sit right by your friend, but maybe you could talk to your parents and you could get ice cream and your friend could get ice cream, and you could be in two different cars and you could talk on the phone to each other. And then later you can laugh about how crazy that whole that is, to hang out with your friend in the car with another person in another car. So we can't always do our desires and our goals right now, but the important thing is that we have them, and make a list, put them in a jar, keep track of them, because eventually we're going to be done with this pandemic and we want to remember, oh yes, these are the things I want to do. These are the things I hope for. So gratitude and hope are helpful thoughts. Maybe think about some of those today. How can you have more gratitude thoughts, more hopeful thoughts? Thanks, guys. Bye.